In today's video, we're getting the platinum for Hello Neighbor 2. Before we get into it, I'd like to mention Hello Neighbor 2 has a total of 15 trophies. It takes a total of 1 playthrough, and I have no clue how many hours because Google's not telling me. For those of you who don't know what Hello Neighbor is, it's a game where you move into this neighborhood and your neighbor is really weird. He likes to kidnap children and bring them to their basement. And that's where I'll take you if you don't subscribe to the channel, because currently 100% of my viewers are not subscribed. So starting off the new game, we drove into the new neighborhood and we were just looking at some notes. And then suddenly I look to the side and I see my neighbor actually kidnapping a kid. And of course I decided not to help him because I just wanted to watch like the good civilian I am. And then he ended up dragging him inside to do very, very bad things. Then he came outside the shovel and came up to the car window looking like... And then I got scared and drove away super fast and somehow drove into a barn. And then this jumped us straight into the tutorial of the game. And this tutorial was just the start of how annoying the puzzles were gonna be in this game. It's not that the tutorial is super hard or anything, it's just the controls are really annoying. Like to place this gear right here, I had to press R1 for some reason. I'm not even joking, I struggled on this for 5 minutes straight. But once I got out of the garage door, I ended up getting a trophy for completing the tutorial. Welcome to Raven Brooks. Or Bronx, whatever. Complete the tutorial. Okay. And then we went to the neighbor's house for the first time and he instantly grabbed me and threw me to the floor. And then I ended up sneaking my way into his house to go find the child. And then I ended up finding a bunch of these number blocks around the house, so I just started grabbing them. And then I walked up to this painting and I was actually able to open it. This guy definitely has the house of where you would hide kids. And then I turned on the TV and it actually gave me this code I was able to put into the wall. And then after this I got lost, so I just went straight onto YouTube. I ended up solving this puzzle to unlock the scissors, which could then get me upstairs. I ended up finding these 3 dolls where I had to put them in a certain order on this dollhouse and it would actually give me a key. And then about another hour later, I ended up finding what those number blocks did and they actually made a code to open the safe. Once I opened the safe, it actually gave me another key. And then I ended up finding this battery that I later on used to power a train. And then I ended up placing a bunch of ripped paintings into the picture frame. Once I finished the picture frame, it ended up opening this cabinet that got me a key. And then I ran back to the train and that also gave me the final key. Bro, he's actually dumb as fuck. After I got that final key, I then made a run for it downstairs to unlock the door. I ended up getting one of the locks off, but then I almost got caught, so I ended up running to the closet. I'm not coming out the closet, bro. What the fuck? And then I finally ended up getting the door open, and when I went down there, it was really disappointing. And then I grabbed this newspaper and it triggered a cutscene. After the cutscene, it gave me a trophy. Case closed. Oh, complete day 1. Immediately after that, I ran to a building and I grabbed a shovel and it gave me a trophy for completing night 1. And then this cutscene went off again while we were sleeping and this happened. Why would you drop the flashlight, bro? What are you doing? Oh, what the hell. Going into night 2, nothing really happened. We just had to sneak into this bakery. After about an hour of not knowing what I'm doing, I had to go on YouTube and look up the solution. Like, I'm just gonna say it now, you're not beating this game without having some sort of guide pulled up. For one of the puzzles, you had to put a clock hand onto the actual clock and you had to set the actual time to open a secret door. I can grab her ass, bro, what? Wait, nah, this is crazy. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh my god. Nothing really happened on this night, so I'm just gonna skip to when I did all the puzzles and fixed the register. And then when I ended up typing the hidden code on the billboard, I grabbed the key and it gave me a cutscene, then a trophy. Once I got the key, I ended up running to that house where we got the shovel and I ended up unlocking the door to get in. And the first thing I see behind that door is the pedophile himself. So I just backed up and slammed the door on his face.
Open the door. Open the door. Open the door.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck?
So the main puzzle for this house was to grab little tiny house figures around the map and just put them on this pedestal to open the door for a key. Once I got that puzzle done, I went up to the roof and I climbed the chimney and it gave me a trophy. And on my way back down, this ended up happening inside the house. Hey, chill out. What you trying to do?
Give me a point.
And then I ended up grabbing this picture frame and it triggered a cutscene which then gave me a trophy. Family lost. Going into day 3, the neighbor ended up having a shotgun where if he shot me, it would slow me down a bunch. And he didn't even give me a chance to do anything because as soon as I opened the door, he was right there. Oh fuck. He's right there. He's got a fucking gun, bro. I didn't get a chance to start. Even though this neighbor had a shotgun, he was still the dumbest out of all the ones we've had so far because of this. No, fuck you. No.
Hello there.
After running around the house and having no clue what I was doing for the past 30 minutes, I found out there's these switches you have to flip. While looking for the switches, I got into another encounter with the guy around the table. Yeah. Uh-oh, can't move. Oh, you me. I ended up taking the switch off the bear's chest and I brought it upstairs and I put the switch in a different spot, and when I flipped it, I got a piece of paper. Anyways, the rest of the puzzle for day 3 was pretty boring, so I'm just gonna skip to when we beat it and got the trophy. Even while I was opening the safe, the neighbor came out just to watch me do it. What's going on, bro? Yep. Once I grabbed the key that was inside the safe, I ended up getting a trophy for completing day 3. Treasure hunt. Easy. Once I got the key, I went back to the neighbor's house from before, and once I got to the house, I pretty much ended up running in circles for like 5 minutes while the guy was chasing me, all because I couldn't find the door to get into. Once I found what lock worked with this key, I got into the room, then instantly had no clue what I was doing. After running around for about 10 minutes, there's these gears you have to find. There's a total of 3 gears, and some of the puzzles were super basic, while some of them were just straight out annoying. Once I got all 3 of the gears, for some reason, I had to go put them inside of a grandfather clock. And the time that showed on that clock ended up being the code for the safe, and once I grabbed this camera that was inside, I got a trophy for completing the night. Going into day 4, we gotta sneak into this millionaire's mansion. The first thing I did was grab this fire extinguisher, run over to the steak and put it out, and then feed it to the dog for a trophy. A little later on, I found out the only objective in this level is just to put trophies on a pedestal. Oh yeah, and we're also running from this guy, by the way. I ended up figuring out the puzzle, and I got a bunch of the trophies out of the way. And this level was getting really hard because Humpty Dumpty over here was just blocking the doorway for me to get in. And then he immediately got real close and personal. And then after nothing but dying for an hour and a half, I finally ended up figuring out the puzzle. Then I put all the trophies on this pedestal and it opened up this glass window. It gave me a steering wheel and I ran it into this room to open a secret closet. And then once the closet opened, there ended up being Humpty Dumpty in here. Once I got into the hidden room, I ended up grabbing this key, which ended the night, giving me a trophy. Going into our final night, this is where the puzzle made absolutely no sense, and the things you had to do, you could not do without a guide. And this night, we ended up unlocking the wrench, which gave us access to a bunch of rooms. And we also got caught by the pedophile. We ended up using the wrench to unlock the bathroom, and all it did was give us access to a book, which would be important later on. Before I say anything else, I just want to say once again, 100% of you are not subscribed to the channel, so please make sure to subscribe. I then found out there was a part that I needed inside of the car, but I didn't have a key to get in, so I was able to glitch it and pull the lever from the outside. And then the trunk opened up, and when I looked, there was a boar's head inside of there, so I instantly took the boar's head and ran it upstairs. And then when I put it on the animal's head, it did absolutely nothing. Like seriously, bro, this game doesn't make any sense. That's what I'm saying. And then after running around and not knowing what I'm doing for an hour, I went back onto YouTube. And that book from earlier is actually used for a code to unlock a hidden door. After you use all the books in the bookshelves and you enter the code, it's supposed to open up this little blue door and give you a bear head. I then took the bear head, ran it over, and I placed it on the statue, and it gave me a trophy called Mad Scientist. And then I ran downstairs, grabbed the final fish head, and then once I placed it, a secret hatch opened up. And then there was this key, and once I picked it up, I walked over to the jail cell to unlock it, and when I walked in, it ended up triggering a cutscene. Complete night 4. And then for the final part of the game, I had to help the kid escape the house by unlocking the front door. This means I was put into a small area with not much room to run, and I just had to get a bunch of parts and solve the puzzle. Once I unlocked the door, the neighbor ended up dying. Once the cutscene was over, I got hit with the reunion trophy, which was just beating the game. And then I had to restart the game because there was one trophy I missed on level 2 where I had to feed the cat and then pet it. Once I did that, I ended up getting the gold trophy cat person, and then that led me on straight to the platinum. There it is. True journalist. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you. I'm out.